Gemma, you're working as a researcher for Tecnalia Innovation and Research in Bilbao in Spain. I know that you and actually all your colleagues who have worked in the consortium around the GRETA project have done research in this field before, and also when preparing the project, I personally also could see that there's a wealth of evidence out there concerning green infrastructure, ecosystem services, biodiversity. So what would you say is really the added value of this ESPON project? Where could we really distinguish from other research that has been done in that field?
Well, I would like to think that GRETA could be like the starting point for a deeper reflection on how Europe could rethink the territorial trends and challenges, particularly linked to climate change, of course, but other environmental challenges. So probably with GRETA and the analysis that come up from the GRETA analysis could be like a starting point for this deeper reflection. In terms of the methodology, I think that we are provided a novel view on how to map the green infrastructure with this ecosystem services approach and the functionality behind. And also we have analyzed how the green infrastructure through the ecosystem services are supporting relevant policy objectives, mainly in the fields of biodiversity, water management, and also disaster risk reduction. So in terms of ESPON territory, I think that having this information with the EU coverage and comparative results is very powerful to identify, for instance, hotspots of areas in need for boosting green infrastructure because they are lacking, or even areas with potential for cross-border cooperation between regions or even at transnational level. So I would like to think that this is the start for a future research on green infrastructure.
We're just both coming out actually from a workshop devoted to the GRETA project, and where we also had stakeholders from different governance levels discussing around green infrastructure implementation and enhancing that in planning. What would you say ESPON can still do in the future to support stakeholders? I mean, one of the nice takeaway messages from that workshop for me was really that the GRETA results come at a very timely moment now that we're at the verge of a new commission taking up work and that a new Green Deal is on the table, which is, of course, very important for us. And where would you say ESPON can still be active in furthering that work?
I think that the most research needs, or where ESPON could ever further place their research on, could be in the monitoring progress for the green infrastructure. So it's about facts and figures about what the benefits really are, what the trends with time series, what are the trends of this green infrastructure, how it's evolving, and then with this data try to find out where are the drivers of these trends. But monitoring the progress and having a very good quality data about the green infrastructure is very relevant. And also I think that networking between different regions having the same problems or facing the same problems, and also at multi-level, I mean, networks of cities and regions or medium-sized cities facing problems that are completely different from the major urban settings, which are more or less well-developed in terms of research.